I looked over at Kokichi before a burst of energy came through the room, making all of us fall back from the impact. Kokichi fell to the floor with a grunt, and I saw him cough up some blood as he fell against the ground. I felt panicked when I saw this happen, and rushed over to his side. "Kokichi!" I called out, helping him off the ground.
What the hell was that?
Kokichi said, coughing a bit as he was looking over to where Cathy was standing. Which reminds me, was she the one who caused this? And why? To both of our surprise, Cathy was nowhere to be seen. I flinched at this. There was no way. When did this happen? Why is this happening? Maybe it could have something to do with Veronica and Kurai. This seems plausible, but does that mean it's the truth? God, I have no idea. But Kokichi got hurt because of her, and I will never forgive her for this.
Shuichi, it's okay.
Kokichi said, putting an arm around my shoulders. But I just felt more and more angry because of this. Cathy heard Kokichi. My cookie. I feel so angry with her that I just want to scream or yell at something. But I know Kokichi doesn't deserve to deal with that.
Calm down.
I felt his hand on my cheek, making me distracted from the feeling of anger welling up inside of me. I blushed a bit at this and gave him a small nod. His eyes were gentle and soft in this moment. It reminded me of how much we love one another and why we're here today. We've been together for what feels like forever, but it probably hasn't even been a full year yet, or even half a year. This doesn't matter, because we love each other, and I trust him as he trusts me. Okay. I planted a kiss on his cheek. I'm okay now. I smiled a bit, making him do the same. I felt better knowing he didn't feel bad about the emotions from before, but this is something else we need to focus on. The room was missing the backside, and the crystal that I saw for a moment was also missing. Cathy must have taken it for some reason, but why? It's not safe here. I heard Hess call out to me. I felt a little confused. Why would it not be safe here? Sure, Cathy did what she did, but is something or someone else coming? All your questions will be answered with time. Just get the three of you out of there, she said again, making me nod. I looked over at Kokichi and Anaki. Kokichi gave me a knowing glance Kokichi gave me a knowing glance, which I assume was because Sin told him the same thing. Anaki seemed to also understand what was going on, after she saw that part of the ceiling looked like it was about to fall. We need to get out of here now, Anaki yelled, before she rushed over to Kokichi and I. She grabbed our hands quickly, before moving out of the place just as fast. I felt breathless after we had gotten out of that place, but Kokichi and Anaki looked a little breathless as well. This made me feel a little bit better, because I wasn't the only one winded from this. We all took a glance back at the shrine, and without the crystal, it seemed to deconstruct itself. Slowly, parts of the ceiling fell to the ground before turning into dust. The same soon followed with the walls. They faded into the light wind that carried the parts of the decaying walls away from the foundation of the shrine, which was soon the one thing that was left. It was saddening to see that play out. I could feel the sadness in my heart that Hess must have been feeling from seeing that disaster in the wind. Like it never existed in the first place. Never existed. That's a scary thought. What if that happens if they get their hands on Kokichi? That this thing we have had for these moments just disappeared. Like it never existed in the first place. All the love, devotion, and admiration we've had for one another, that could be taken in an instant. So I have to protect this. Protect Kokichi, because he is what matters to me. He is always going to be my first priority, no matter what. We should get going to the next one, but we need to be quick, because I'm sure that's where she's heading to next, Anaki said, looking over to the left. I saw the next shrine in the distance and felt my heart grow heavy. Heavy with worry and concern about losing the one connection we would be able to have to Hess and Sin, the one thing that can help us figure this all out.
You are right about that. Let's get moving.
Kokichi said, taking the lead before running with all his speed. Well, knowing we're all vampires, we're able to move faster than the average human. But this also means that Cathy's able to move there quickly as well. So we need to give it our all. We need to get to the bottom of her odd behavior. The next shrine was designed similar to Sin's attire as well as her element. And just like the shrine before, there is a symbol on the front with another puzzle for Kokichi, the one who Sin is residing in, to figure out. I'm certain he can do it, because he's always smarter than I could even imagine.
I got this. Stand back,
He said to me and Anaki. She gave me a knowing side glance, showing me that she knew when he used that tone and said those words he meant it. We both moved back and gave him space to work with his powers to get the door open. He slowly looked down at the gears that were on the front of the door. One was larger than the other two, but it seemed more complex than the torch puzzle I had to solve with mine. While Kokichi was thinking and using his wind powers, I felt something come up from behind Anaki and I. We both turned around and saw the one person we didn't want to see.
Kurai?